Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I bring on a guest I had on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him on back. So today's guest is Sean Leary, who is founder and CEO over at SportsThread. Sean, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Adam. I'm looking forward to getting into another discussion with you today.
Oh, man, so I know you have some big announcements coming up for 2020 and pumped to get into some of those. But before we do, you know, the podcast has grown like crazy over the last year or so since I think our last discussion, so I don't want to assume that our new listeners heard the first episode. So let's just start off with what you're doing over at SportsThread.
Sure. SportsThread is a social networking and software as a service platform for the youth sports market. So whether you're an athlete who wants to promote yourself to a college and get a college scholarship or gain exposure to a nationwide audience, you can do that through our social network. Or if you're an event organizer that wants to run scores and schedules and take payment processing and manage your contacts through our CRM database, we have various different software solutions for all the different people in the market, including coaches who may just want to come on and organize practices and game times through our team chat. So we offer a very broad platform that allows different people to do the things that they need to do in the youth sports market, all for free.
Man, that's exciting. And how has the user base grown since our last conversation? I'm just curious because I know you guys are growing like wildfire.
Oh yeah, we've added a few 100,000 people.
I love it.
We're up, and we will see. We're up to 85 partners now on our software as a service platform, and we've got a couple really big deals that we're about to close. Can't talk about those yet, but really excited there. And we ought to see well over 1 million new people in 2020 using SportsThread. So very, very excited about the growth and what it'll do for us in moving into the next phase of the company.
Oh man, what an exciting story! And don't worry, for the 2020, you close that deal, get it done, and then I'm gonna bring you back in 2021, and then you can talk about it because you're not gonna leave us all hanging like that. Don't worry, I'll get you. So that being said, speaking of, let's get into. I know you got some big plans coming up for 2020. Let's get into what you can talk about. So, what kind of things do you have on the horizon this year?
Well, we just wrapped up a huge software development sprint. So one of the things that we pride ourselves on here at SportsThread is we listen to the market. We've been out working with clients and having kids use our application for a while now. And one of the great things about that is when you go out and try to improve your product and you try to be a better company, you can do it based off of user feedback and data, rather than, going with your gut, which is what companies do when they first launch. So we have just wrapped up a huge software development sprint with massive upgrades to the social networking app. We've put a great content filtering algorithm in that gives you content based on your affinity categories and what you're really interested in. We've made huge improvements to our scheduler, which our tournament organizing partners use to provide schedules and scores and standings. We've updated the integrated iframe system that we use to help event organizers take payments and process registrations. And we also have just inked a big deal with Adidas. So very, very excited for the things that we have coming with them. They've been an excellent corporate partner, and SportsThread now has some of the best deals on Adidas gear and apparel that you can find anywhere on the internet.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. So first off, congrats on that deal. That's not easy to get a deal with such a big company that's such a known brand, that especially in sports. I mean, Adidas that's the top of the top. That's awesome. Congrats on that, and just a testament to the work you're doing. Let's talk about what is this I see here? Android. You have a new platform. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So Up until now, Android users have gone and used the mobile responsive version of our website, and we launched the Android basically 1st of January this year. So huge step forward for the company because we can now service the entire market. Of course, just about half the market uses an Android device. So now anybody who wants to use SportsThread can do it through a great application. And in doing that, we think that, we're certain the brakes have come off the company in terms of scaling user engagement with the product. And with all of the updates that we've done to our software as a service platform into the social network and the ability to house and distribute messaging through both the Android and the iOS application, SportsThread has really come into a period of time that I'm very proud of, where we are focused solely, well, not solely, we'll always improve the product, but the big focus now is on revenue production. So we've built out a phenomenal nationwide license network of entrepreneurs who represent the SportsThread advertising product and help us get new clients for our software as a service, which gives us new users. And we are now going to the market heavy and filling out our available advertising inventory so that companies can target the youth sports market through data-driven advertising, both on a national and on a local level.
Man, that's exciting. And what kind of advertisers are you looking to attract? Because I know one thing that stuck out to me about your brand and everything you do is you're doing everything right. So, I mean, even from the beginning, the concept and what you do, I mean, you put a lot of heart into the development of the product. And so now I know you're putting a huge emphasis on the type of advertising partners you want going forward. So what are attractive niches for you?
Sure. So there are a lot of different companies that are looking to get to the youth sports market. The youth sports market is actually a $15 billion a year annual market that comprises a spend across so many different verticals, whether it's travel or hospitality or food or apparel or equipment or lessons or tournament entry fees. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So you'd be surprised at the number of companies out there that are very keen on penetrating the youth sports market with their messaging, especially because of that spend and the available income of the people that are going out and, spending their discretionary dollars on, their kids playing sports. So we work with companies that have niche products for individual sports. For example, we have worked with companies that make cold weather products just for baseball. And we've been able to use data-driven ads to target, geo-target advertising to certain age demographics of baseball players that live in cold weather states. But we also have worked with big national brands who simply just want to create brand awareness, who are just more than happy to get their product in front of a motivated demographic who has the ability to buy.
Man, that's really exciting, Sean. I'm pumped for everything that you're doing over there and the growth of the company, the acquisitions, and I'm excited to bring you back on in 2021, see what the user's looking like and what new interesting things you have up your sleeve. That being said, Sean, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information on SportsThread, if they want to be an advertiser so that they can help reach that market, so they can get help with reaching that youth sports market, or if somebody just wants to learn more about the product, maybe for their team or for their organization, what are the best ways for them to get those two pieces of information?
Well, now that we have an Android app, I'll just tell you to go to the App Store. So if you're an Apple user, you go to the Apple App Store and search SportsThread. If you're an iPhone user, go to the Apple App Store. If you're an Android user, go to the Google Play Store, search SportsThread, download the app. Please rate us and leave a review. And we look forward to seeing you on the thread.
Awesome. Well, hey, Sean, really appreciate you coming back on the show and sharing more about your background and all the great work you're doing there at SportsThread. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to go download SportsThread and contact Sean and his team if you're interested in any of that advertising. Great stuff they're doing there. And Sean, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.